Hey guys, it's William here, and it's what the heck, what the heck? So I got a call from a guy from, I think, India, and he was trying to scam me. He was trying to steal all of my money from my bank account. He told me my car or some car was found, and there was cocaine and blood and crime and FBI and 9 years in prison and warrant for my arrest. Seriously, you gotta hear this.
Now, if I don't hear a call from you, we will have to issue an arrest warrant under your name and get you arrested. So, get back to me as soon as possible. Thank you.
Scam artist. He was calling me from the Department of Social Security, not the Social Security Administration, but the Department of Social Security. And he told me that my Social Security number was being frozen and that he was going to help protect me and that I'm not able to trust anyone, friends, family, coworkers. Don't trust anyone. I needed to keep him on the line. I'm making this video because it pisses me off that this guy is scamming people. There are older people, people that don't know any better as far as scams, and they're scared. They really believe what he's saying. This guy told me that I was going to spend 72 hours being interrogated and I could spend up to 9 years in prison. And at the end of the day, what he was trying to do was steal all of my money. I made him believe that I had $30,000 in the bank, which I don't. Unless you guys want to send me money, there's a link below where you can, I'm just kidding. There's no link to send me money. I told him I had $3,000 in my checking account and look at me doing math, $27,000 in my savings account. So $30,000. He told me to take all my personal belongings, keep him on the phone, put him on speakerphone, keep him on the phone, get in my car, take my ID, my debit card, my credit card, and go to the nearest store because he was going to have me buy gift cards, and then he was going to transfer the funds on the gift cards over to a secure account, issue me a cashier's check. No matter what, even if you don't continue to watch my video, please tell everyone you know that the Social Security Administration or Department of Social Security is not calling them. There's no arrest warrants. Nobody's going to jail. Watch my video and don't be scammed. You're not going to jail.
Yes, you have reached the Department of Social Security. How can I help you?
Yeah, my name is Paul Stevens.
Oh, I should also tell you that I don't know how many Friends fans there are out there, but if you remember Bruce Willis's character from Friends, I told the guy my name was Paul Stevens, and I made a couple of Friends references. Hope you enjoy. I didn't do it just to goof. I really did have to keep the guy on the line for a long time in order to get the whole script.
And I received a call about a possible arrest warrant, and I just want to make sure take care of whatever I need to take care of.
And Mr. Stevens, can you verify me the last four of your Social Security number for a verification that I'm speaking with a right person or not? All right,
Yes.
Just give me a second. Let me pull out your case file, Mr. Stevens, okay? Hold on.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And have you received a call from your local authorities, local police department for your arrest warrant?
No, not yet.
Okay. Well, Mr. Stevens, I have your case file in front of me, and we called you in regards to your name and your social, which has been found suspicious for committing some criminal and fraudulent activities in the state of Texas. Somebody has your personal information, Mr. Stevens, and they are misusing your information in the state of Texas.
I have not even been in Texas. I hang out at the Central Perk with Phoebe and Monica and Rachel.
All right, Mr. Stevens, this is not regarding that you live in Texas or you live in Ohio.
Okay.
This is regarding somebody has your personal information and they are doing this criminal and fraudulent activities using your personal information. All right.
Okay.
So as you are not aware, Mr. Stevens, do one thing. Grab a pen and piece of paper and write down your primary information, like your case file, your warrant ID.
Okay, I have.
Let me know when you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
First, you can note down your case file number, which is T as in a Texas, X as in a Xavier, number 7.
4 5 3 1 9.
That's correct. Now, Mr. Stevens, you can note down a warrant ID number, C as in Charlie, number 4196.
For a second, when people do this, I don't really know what that means.
You can also note down my name for your reference. My name is Officer Brandon, Walter with the federal badge ID SSA 1211. Now, Mr. Stevens, have you ever been to the state of Texas before?
20 years ago, maybe.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
Now, can you verify me your current residence zip code, Mr. Stevens? Well, Mr. Stevens, this is the Department of Social Security. We have all your information. Okay? I will brief you about the whole scenario so you will understand what is happening under your name and your social, what kind of fraudulent activities is going on. I'm just confirming your current residence zip code, Mr. Stevens.
Okay, but that's it, just my zip code, but no other information for my arrest.
Yes, I do understand that, Mr. Stevens. That is why we contacted you. Okay?
Yeah, are you ready?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, 43232.
43232. All right,
yes.
Thanks for the information, Mr. Stevens. Now, let me just go ahead and explain you the whole situation about this case. But before I do that, make sure the line on which we are talking right now, it's currently being recorded from DEA, Drug Enforcement Administration, for quality and control purpose. So make sure whatever you say or commit must be true and honest, Mr. Stevens, okay? Now, so Mr. Stevens, the investigation started under your name.
They don't know that we know that they know we know. Is that correct?
Yes.
They don't know that we know they know we know.
Okay.
All right. Now, so the investigation started under your name and your social security number when we recovered an abandoned car in the south border of Texas. The make and made model of that car was Toyota Corolla with the vehicle identification number TX270398. This car was idle on streets, and when the local authorities have reported about this car, they found some blood and drug residues inside that car. Hence, after the investigation, they found that this car was rented under your name and your social security number, and there was one address listed under that vehicle under your name, your social. The address is 98023 Lakeview Parkway, City, Rowlett, Texas, with the zip code 75088. Now, the address in the city of Rowlett was raided by U.S. Marshals and FBI. Unfortunately, Mr. Stevens, there was no one inside the residence, but they recovered a consignment of 22 pounds of cocaine, which is an illegal, banned, and abusive drug as categorized in the section of synthetic drug.
So Ross was in college, and I decided to jump at the chance to take a young girl to the high school prom.
I'm sorry?
Okay? Well, I'm just trying to help you understand. I mean, just so you know, I was a freshman and she was a senior, so it wasn't as bad. Does it have anything to do with that? With the
I didn't understand what. No. I don't understand what you're trying to say. Where this coming from?
I mean, you're kind of freaking me out. You're talking about cocaine and abandoned cars. What do I need?
Yes,
what do I need to do? I need to take some kind of action. What do I need to do?
First of all, let me give you the information, Mr. Stevens, okay? While I give you the information, please do not interrupt me. I'll give you fair enough chance to ask any questions regarding this case file, all right? So, there were some documents, Mr. Stevens, which relates to a financial institution like Bank of America, U.S. Bank, Wells Fargo, Chase, TD Bank, that was totally under your name. These are all the bogus accounts and the assets. The imposters, they have registered under your identity. Now, when we double check with those banks, we came to know that they were transferring thousands of dollars locally and internationally to the narco-trafficking and terrorist countries like Mexico and Colombia. So as of this moment, Mr. Stevens, your name is under federal investigation in the state of Texas with the 3 criminal charges pressed against your name, which is drug trafficking, money laundering, and supporting to terrorism, which are the biggest crime in our country. So according to DEA, Drug Enforcement Agency, if you fail to prove yourself innocent, Mr. Stevens, then you are going to be taken for a non-bailable jail in term of 9 years, and the penalty should be more than around $70,000 to $80,000. Now, Mr. Stevens, let me ask you one question and be honest. Have you ever lost your wallet or any personal information in past?
I don't know. Like a long time ago. Nothing recent. I promise you. Like, I have nothing to do with any of this.
Mr. Stevens, I do believe on you, okay?
Thank you.
Right now,
that means a lot.
the situation is that the courthouse, they believe on proof and evidence, okay? Not on over the words. Being a United citizen, being a government employee, I can understand that, and I'm not telling you you did these activities. It is happening with your name, with your social. All right. So when two of our officers, they were watching you since last 2 days, your phone calls were being tapped by them. But we found nothing suspicious in your daily routine. So from that investigation, we came to know that you might involved or not in this case. It might be a matter of identity theft.
Yep.
So right now we are not sure about your involvement in this case. But before we suspend your social, before we release your arrest warrant and take you in custody, we just checked your past records, Mr. Stevens. We found you a law-abiding citizen of the United States. So, in this case, before we suspend your social, before we release your arrest warrant, we would like to know from your end, Mr. Stevens, that are you willing to cooperate with the federal government to catch the real suspect behind this fraudulent activities, or you want to go in a legal way, Mr. Stevens?
No, I will do whatever. I mean, I will assist in any way I can.
All right. Stevens.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's not fair that this happens to people like me, you know?
Correct. Well, Mr. Stevens, I believe you are trying to say that it was not you who did this activities. Somebody else was using your personal information, correct?
Yes.
So are you willing to cooperate with the federal government to catch the real suspect and remove your name from this fraudulent activities?
Yes, 100%.
All right. Now, Mr. Stevens, first of all, make sure I'm not going to ask you for your personal and confidential information, like your accounts number, credit cards, debit cards number. This is not the matter of money, Mr. Stevens. This is the matter of your identity. So first, I'm going to use your old social as a bait. I'm going to keep this social in surveillance. If the culprit try to use your social once again, we can catch them red-handed. We can put them behind the jail. Once we catch the suspect, we will also inform you, Mr. Stevens. Okay? Now, at the same time, we will remove your name from this fraudulent activities. We will cancel the warrant from the courthouse. And there will be 2 government officers from Social Security. They are going to meet you in person. Okay? You can give me your time, your approx time, your convenient place where you want to meet with them, so they can give you a documents, an OC letter, non-objection certificate, a clearance letter from the courthouse, as well as, Mr. Stevens, your new social as an entity possessing this social has been compromised. Okay?
Okay.
Now, Mr. Stevens, your existing social suspended means whatever the information is linked with your social, it will be freeze and leased by the law enforcement agency across the whole of the United States. Now, Mr. Stevens, at this current moment, I see here under your name there are 13 bank accounts, 20 to 30 credit cards, imposters, the bogus accounts. They have registered under your identity. So we don't know which accounts belongs to you, not the imposters. So, Mr. Stevens, I'm going to fill out the asset verification form for you, in which we will make a differentiation between your accounts and the bogus accounts, in which, Mr. Stevens, I'm going to help you to safeguard your true belongings under your new social. So with the help of this form, we will freeze out the remaining accounts, the bogus accounts, and the assets under your identity. Am I clear, Mr. Stevens?
Yes.
So I'm going to ask you couple of questions from this assist verification form. Please validate your correct information so we can safeguard your true belongings, Mr. Stevens, okay? All right. So my first question is, I have your first name, Paul. Now, can you verify me your date of birth and your social?
My social is the one that you have ending in 7362.
Because I'm going to use that old social. I'm going to keep that social in surveillance, Mr. Stevens. Right now, all your information is confidential. Even we cannot check your whole social. We can only verify you with the last four.
Okay.
So your date of birth and your social, Mr. Stevens?
Yep. So my social that you have already on file is 266 7 and then 7362. We already have.
Yes. And can you verify me your date of birth?
Are you sure that this is confidential? And because I'm kind of nervous about giving this information over the phone.
Well, all your information is confidential, Mr. Stevens. And I'm not going to ask you for your accounts number, debit card, and credit cards number. I already told you in the starting, okay? Because this is not any bill collector agency. This is the Department of Social Security. We do have all your information with us, but even we cannot see your whole social. That information is confidential for your security purpose. You should know that.
Yeah, I should. My birthday is 4/1/77.
4/1/77?
Yes.
All right. And Mr. Stevens, how many addresses are listed under your name? The one that I verified, you belongs to that address?
Just one address.
Okay, what is the address?
No, I can't. You said you were not. You told me that you just wanted my zip code and that you would not ask me for my address. You said that at the beginning of this call, so I cannot give you an address.
Well, I don't have any issues. I just want Mr. Stevens.
No, I don't want someone to show up. We can meet somewhere
Mr.
in
Stevens,
public.
what I'm telling you, yes, that's
Mr.
what I'm
Walter,
asking you. You can
listen
give me
to
your
me,
convenient time.
Listen to me, mister. We can meet in public.
Go ahead.
We can meet at the mall or somewhere in public. I'm not giving my address and then someone shows up to my house, mister.
So that's what I'm asking you, where you want me to fix your appointment, Mr. Stevens, okay?
Okay.
Now,
we can meet at the mall.
How many cars you have under your name, your social?
1, 2, 3, 5.
What is the make and model of those cars? Mr. Stevens, right now what we are doing, we are differentiation the informations which we have under your name, your social. The imposters, they have created so many bogus accounts and the assets. They own a Toyota Corolla car. They rented a Toyota Corolla car under your identity. They rented the address. It's 98023 Lakeview Parkway, City, Raleigh, Texas, under your identity. And they have 13 bank accounts, 20 to 30 credit cards under your name. So we don't know which are the active accounts belongs to you, not the imposters. So whatever the information you're going to give me right now in this assist verification form, I will link the information to your new social. So we will make sure that this account, this assist belongs to Mr. Stevens.
Absolutely.
It could not be frozen and confiscated. So the rest of the bogus accounts, I believe you don't have 13 bank accounts, Mr. Stevens.
No. Okay, I will give. I do not. I'm sorry for being difficult, Mr. Walter. Okay, are you ready for the cars?
Yes.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I have a 2018 Toyota Tacoma.
What is the car name?
It's a Tacoma.
It's Tacoma or what?
Yes.
Okay. And what is the other cars?
Okay, I have a 1999 Honda Civic. I have a 1984 Ford Ranger. I have a 72 Pinto hatchback. A Pinto, Pinto, 72 Pinto.
Got you. Yeah, I got you.
It's missing the hub. Okay.
Do you sell hubcaps for 72 Pinto hatchback? Oh, mini truck amazing.
And then I have a 65 VW Bug.
Okay. Now, so you have 5 vehicles under your identity.
I'm sorry?
You have 5 vehicles, 5 cars under your name?
Yes.
All right. Now, how many banking institutions you are dealing under this social under your name, which belongs to you, not the imposters?
In posters?
No, I'm asking you how many bank accounts, which are the active accounts which you are holding under your name, your social, not the imposters. Like I told you, there are 13 bank accounts I see here under your name, your social, which is Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase, TD Bank, PNC Bank, US Bank,
dear God.
Credit Union banks. So that's what I'm asking you, how many bank accounts you have under your name, which are the active accounts.
Hey, can I just pay? Is there a number? I have a call coming in. Is there a callback number I can call you back?
Well, Mr. Stevens, once we disconnect this call,
yes,
who's calling you?
My boss is calling me. He probably knows about all of this.
Well, once we disconnect this phone call, your social will be suspended and your warrant will be released into your local county sheriff. And once the local authorities take you in custody for next 72 hours, I will be helpless. You will lose everything under your name.
Yeah.
You will lose everything under your name, which you have in United States. And like I told you, you need to go inside the custody for further interrogations for next 72 hours. Once you will be in custody, Mr. Stevens, I will not be able to help you. So if you want, you can take chances. You can go ahead and hang up this call. But I'm not asking you to transfer the money. I'm not asking you to give me the account number. I'm just asking you which bank accounts you are dealing with, so I will safeguard that accounts under your new social. The rest of the bogus accounts we will freeze out, because there has been thousands of dollars transferred to the narco trafficking and terrorist countries. I already told you, in Mexico and Colombia. So this is not that you say that you want to cooperate. This is not you cooperating with me, Mr. Stevens. You are trying to run away from the situation. So you are also a suspect right now, Mr. Stevens, for the courthouse. If you try to run away from the situation, automatically your warrant will be released. Your social will be suspended once we disconnect this phone call.
The only bank I have is Chase Bank.
What type of account you're holding with them, checking or savings, or both?
Both.
And what is the valuation of the checking account? How much balance approx you have available in this bank account, which belongs to you, not the suspect?
Both accounts or just the checking?
Just checking and savings separate.
There's probably 3,000 in my checking, maybe, and then because I don't keep a lot of money in there, and then there's maybe 27,000, maybe 27,000 in savings.
In savings?
Yes.
Okay, and do you have any credit cards under your name?
I just have one Chase card under my name. It has maybe 3,000 balance. It's $10,000.
Is it a Chase? Is it a credit card or is it a debit card?
I have both.
What is the name of the credit card?
It's
Chase
a Chase
Bank credit card?
Yeah. It's a Freedom. It's called a Freedom card.
All right. And at this current moment, where are you exactly right now? You're at the work or you're at house?
I'm at home right now.
You're at house.
Yeah,
now, Stevens, I believe I have the enough information to safeguard and link under your new social. Is there any other assets that you want me to add, like any investment in stock market, money market, CDs, IRA, retirement plan, 401k? Anything you want me to add, or that's it?
No, that's it.
All right. So, Stevens, now I believe I have the enough information to safeguard and link under your new social. Now, I will just go ahead and submit this form inside the courthouse with this recording, and I'm going to inform the courthouse people that Mr. Stevens, he is an innocent person. He is trying to help the government to catch the suspect, and he's trying to remove his name from this fraudulent activities. So let's see, they can give us the approval to safeguard under your new social. All right, Mr. Stevens. So now you need to hold the line with me. Don't keep me on mute, on hold. And if you get any other calls from anywhere, you don't need to answer the call. Make sure we don't get disconnected. Just give me a few seconds and I'll get back to you, okay? Hold on, please.
Thank you.
Thanks for holding the line, Mr. Stevens. You're still there?
You're welcome. Yes. Can you hear me? Yes.
All right. Yes, I really appreciate your time and patience. Now, Mr. Stevens, I have just got the approval to safeguard your assets under your new social. Now, we need to complete an ADR, which stands for Alternative Dispute Resolution. Now, you have to understand this, Mr. Stevens. Right now, we are going to suspend your old social. That means whatever the information is linked with your social, your accounts, your credit cards, your assets, it will be freeze and leased for unknown period of time. So before we suspend your social, like all your existing informations will be linked as it is to your new social. Before we suspend your social, Mr. Stevens, I'm going to help you to safeguard your assets, your money which you have in your accounts. Because if the investigation of the assets will start it, that money can get freeze for unknown period of time, which means you cannot have access for your accounts, your cards. You will not be able to use a single dollar. So we don't want, Mr. Stevens, you lose your money. Am I correct?
Well, yeah.
Okay,
Well,
so first of all, I'm going to help you to safeguard your money. There are two conditions which you need to strictly follow over this recorded line to cancel your warrant and to remove your name from this fraudulent activities. So the local authorities will not see at your doorstep. So the first condition, Mr. Stevens, until we remove your name from this fraudulent activities, until we generate a new social for you, the line on which we are talking right now, it's not supposed to get disconnected. The reason, right now, all the proof and evidence are against you, Mr. Stevens. The only proof that you are talking to me right now, you are helping the federal government to remove your name to catch the suspect. So this recording, it will be used as a piece of evidence inside the courthouse to prove yourself innocent, that you were cooperating with the Social Security to catch the real who is using your identity. All right? So this line, until we remove your name, until we handle the situation, we cannot disconnect this phone call. That is the condition number one. Now, Mr. Stevens, the condition number two, as of this moment, the Social Security is trying to suspend your social, where you have to follow a Privacy Act of 1974. Privacy Protocol. Do you know anything about the Privacy Protocol?
No, I wasn't even born until 77.
I'm sorry?
I know nothing about that. Should I look it up?
Let me make you understand, Mr. Stevens. The Social Security is taking care of you, your accounts, and your property as well. Why? Because we are not able to believe on that people who did this kind of activities using your personal information. Right now, we cannot trust anyone. The culprit may be besides you and your family, neighbor, work, your bank people. It could be anyone. And that is the reason, Mr. Stevens, we have not disclosed this matter in public records, not at your work, not at your bank, and not at your local police department. So we want a same cooperations from you until we catch the suspect, until you meet with an officer in person. Till that time, you have to make it private and confidential. The procedure that you are doing with me, you have to maintain between you and the Social Security. Am I correct?
Yeah, man. I'm following you. It's insane to think that I can't trust anybody. You mean like I can't even trust the police right now? Like it could literally be anybody. Like you said, it could be my neighbor, it could be my friend, it could be anybody.
Yes. Now, Mr. Stevens, the third condition, if your intention is to safeguard your money, the money which I'm talking about that you have in your accounts, like I told you, before we suspend your social, I'm going to help you to safeguard that money first. Because if the investigation of the assets will start it, that money is going to be frozen and confiscated. So if your intention is to safeguard your money, the courthouse is providing you a facility. It's called EFSDS, Safety Voucher, Safety Locker. The procedure name, it stands for Electronic Federal Safeguard System. Now, in this procedure, Mr. Stevens, now in this procedure, you have to convert your money into the Electronic Federal Voucher. Once you convert your money into this Electronic Federal Voucher, Mr. Stevens, we will complete a small verification. We will will register that voucher under your new social so we can generate a cashier's check for the same equal amount. Tomorrow, when you are going to meet with an officer, till that time, you have to keep those voucher and the receipt with you. When the officer is going to meet you in person, they are going to provide you the clearance letter, new social, and a cashier's check for the same equal amount. Now, once you get your cashier's check and your new social, you can visit your branch, you can link your social, your bank will be reopened under your new social, and then you can deposit your money back into your accounts as it is. So, now Mr. Stevens, where you can get this electronic vouchers from? Do you have any government certified store near to you, like any Target, Best Buy, Walmart, Walgreens, Kroger, Safeway?
There's a whole bunch of stores around me. Yeah, there's a mall.
What is
I told
the store?
You there's a mall right by me. There's places there. There's a Sephora there.
Which store is nearest to you?
There's like Kroger, Walmart, Target.
All that store nearest to you?
Yeah, they're right there. They're right on the same road. You know, there's a mall, there's restaurants, there's stores, Best Buy, Target.
Right. Now, what do you need to do? First of all, you need to carry your belongings with you, okay?
Okay.
You can carry your debit cards, your credit cards, one valid photo ID, a
Okay.
pen and piece of paper, and you can check how much is the battery on your cell phone. Can you check?
Yes.
How much is the battery left on your cell phone?
Let me 86%.
86%. All right.
Yeah,
You can
86,
also
yeah.
carry your car charger with you, Mr. Stevens. Now, what do you need
Okay.
to do? We will do this in step by step.
Okay.
The first step, you have to go to the Best Buy.
Okay.
Once you reach there, the second step, I will tell you which electronic federal voucher you have to get from there. The third step, we will complete a small verification. We will register that bond under your new social so we can generate a cashier's check for same equal amount. All right?
Okay.
So now we will do this in step by step. You need to get ready. Carry your belongings
Okay.
with you, your debit card, credit card, valid photo ID, pen and piece of paper, car charger. Now, I'm holding this line, Mr. Stevens, with you. Once you sit in your car, before you start
Okay.
driving, you need to inform me. And before you go, can you check whether we are on speakerphone or not? Can you put me on speaker?
I have my headphones in.
You put me on speaker, the line should not go blank and not on hold, because I already
No.
told you this recording,
Yeah.
I'm going to record the entire conversation. We need to submit this recording
too.
inside the courthouse.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
just put me on speakerphone and let me know whether we are on speaker or not.
Okay. It's on my headphones. I have my headphones in.
Yeah, but you need to remove your headphone.
Why would
You
I
need to
want
put
it
me.
on speaker? I can put it on. I guess. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Now, you can do one thing. Once you sit in your car with your belongings, before you start driving, let me know. I'm holding this line with you, okay?
Okay. Does it sound better on the speaker or without the speaker?
Yes, it sounds better now.
Okay. So I'm gonna get in my car. I gotta get my shoes on. I'll stay on the phone. I gotta get on my shoes, and then I just want to be clear. So I'm gonna go. I'm taking my debit card and my photo ID, and then I'm gonna go to the Best Buy, and then I'm gonna get some Best Buy like gift cards or whatever at Best Buy. Getting my shoes, tying my shoes now. Okay.
Yes, once you sit in your car,
How much can we buy? I don't understand how I'm going to get $30,000 onto store gift cards. Will I need to go to different stores?
Yes, first of all, you need to get ready.
Best Buy is not
once
going
you
to
sit
let
in
me
your
get
car.
$30,000 in gift cards.
I do understand that, okay? We'll do this in step by step. You have to go to the different stores. Right, Mr. Stevens?
Okay. Hey, do you really think I'm this dumb? Did I waste enough of your time today so that you don't have time to scam somebody? I really hung up on me. I have a call anyway. I've missed 4 calls from talking to that guy.